points in the game.
Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Townsend. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be... at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talk to the defensive coordinator coming into this game. He knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Beck. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete to the right. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Quarterback may change this route. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Jackson. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. The Cyclones headed quickly to the line. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Quickly complete. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
It's a seam wide open. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. Receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Snap it to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
To the air, it's Mack. Grab near the sticks, it's Williams. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Everybody holds their breath when this guy has the ball. On defense now, you got to stop the bleeding because you're allowing one of the best at his position in the sport of college football. Now have back-to-back catches. You better be anticipating this offense going back to him again right here.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got it behind the line. It's Williams. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. They just keep firing. Still looking on the move. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. He gets it all the way down to the 13-yard line, still short of first down yardage. And now on 4th down, do they kick the chip shot field goal or go for it? They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Motion from the wide receiver. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys. Not seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field. They had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get the ball back without surrendering any points. They couldn't do it, though, and now all of a sudden their backs are against the wall.
Gets the back moving. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal.
Black 14! Black 14!
Looking to throw, it's Mack. Snagged out of the air. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
They played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. Bounced off his feet.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Fourth and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. He's looking to throw. Intercepted to stop the threat. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On the move. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Iowa State.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Beck. They're working that left side. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if they're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown time!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Got his man to the left. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
He's got an open man. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Stop is made at the 22, a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down just outside the red zone. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Tries again to get it in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a one-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Find some fresh air. Looking for room at the 40. Turning it on. Touchdown, Alabama! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Momentum is such a real thing in college football, and scoring that touchdown here in this 2-minute situation at the end of the half is massive for them. It's going to help their confidence going in at halftime. If they're able to get this extra point and tie this thing up, watch out for them in the second half.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Jackson. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Give to the running back. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And the Cyclones will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. but then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The play action fake. They get to him as he throws. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
Caught near the sticks. It's Cuevas. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Mack. Here he goes breaking the pocket. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Wants to keep it in the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cuevas. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The give to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Give to the running back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times on these goal-to-go situations. 1st and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. It's complete to the right. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to punch it in. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
It's now 4th and goal. That's the end of the first quarter.
They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. No field goal attempt here. They'll try to break the tie here in the 4th with a touchdown. He'll keep it on the sneak. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Man, you feel pretty good about a quarterback sneak most of the time. Such a short yardage play. I just got to find a little crease and get through it. But this defense was more than ready for it. Built that wall up front. Nowhere to go, no push. Big stop by the D.
They'll give it to the back. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
And this defense makes a big game-changing play late in the football game. You know what? Forget leaving it to your offense. Forget that. I'm going to take matters into my own hand. They get in the backfield. They force the safety. They take the lead, and now their offense has got the football in the 4th quarter in a great situation.
Alabama, Crimson Tide will take over 1st and 10.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. To let that one get away from them, they look like they are pumped up and ready to go here now.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. To the air, it's Mack. It's complete to the left. Hauled down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Offense in a bunch formation. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Got enough for the 1st. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Racing down the left side. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Iowa State. This defense making a big play in the end zone.
Number 88.
What a shift in momentum. What a big-time play. He just took matters into his own hands.
And what a mistake by the QB throwing the football. His receiver, obviously, they weren't on the same page at all, but the defender steps in front, makes the big play. And then every kid's dream, right? You play defense, you create the turnover, and then you take it all the way to the end zone.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead. Late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute, I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Complete to the left. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, and no doubt that's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Alabama trying to hold this lead and run out the clock.
Black 14! Black 14!
Looking downfield, it's Mack. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Got room on the return. Touchdown, Cyclones! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
So much pressure on this defense just to get a stop on this drive. They were trailing, but after that turn of events and the interception, they've now got the lead. And remember, they're going to have to come right back on the field. They've got to be able to refocus themselves, but what a play.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Adams. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. He steps out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock. Great awareness there on that run. get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking to throw, it's Mack. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They are running out of time and very little choice. Down 5 late, they'll go for it on 4th down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.